Oh boy. All right. I'm here with Edosa and
Let's get it.
uh, Mariah, and say hello, Mariah.
Hi.
Okay. And Princess. All right, we're gonna review the 2017 Netflix show Marvel's Iron Fist. Um,
I am lit.
it's been it's been a controversial reaction to the show. A lot of financial success, a lot of critical divisiveness. What were you guys' first impression of the series? And were you familiar with the character before you saw the show? Let's start with Mariah since she wanted to say something.
First impression is like the first 4 episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolute garbage. The plot was too vague. A lot of the characters were bland, uninteresting. They wanted you to be in. They tried to create this almost Mr. Robot like feel in terms of whether you trusted an unreliable narrator, in which it was the beginning of the series. So no,
What do you
of course.
mean? What do you mean? What do you mean by that?
The fact that I'm referring to him being in the hospital, and everyone thinking he's crazy.
Oh yeah.
Creating an unreliable
By the way,
narrator. What?
What were you gonna say, Princess? You trying to say something?
Okay. For me, I was really hyped. I'm familiar with the character, very much so, and I was really hyped. Like the first episode, just because I just want to see somebody just come off like off the Himalayas and come into like the world, and then just I was really excited to see that, and it was really good. But I felt like after the first episode, it was like the part of him adjusting, it was dragged out so long, and they were focusing so much on the company, which almost had no relevance to the story at all. So I was just like, this is kind of boring after a while. Because nobody cares about Joe Meacham.
Edosa. Okay. He died. Now we can.
Instead, or
First
I was.
Were you familiar with the character?
I was familiar with Iron Fist. I've read a couple comics that had him within them. I've never read an Iron Fist, like an Iron Fist standalone comic, but I've read series where he would be featured in them. But Iron Fist, I actually go the opposite way than everybody else. I actually like the beginning.
I hate it. I like the beginning. The beginning.
Can you finish?
I like the first like episode 1 to 6. I like that chunk, especially episode 1 to 4. I think the more it goes, the less I liked it. But we can talk about that later.
All right. Mariah, did you finish what you were saying, or did you have something else to say?
I did not finish.
Please do.
Yeah. So. I forgot. I was saying having a character that is going through this doubt period would have been really nice if the viewer had a stable time believing what he was, and it would have confused the viewers as well. But unfortunately, they did it at the beginning, and he is the Iron Fist, so it's kind of a waste of a really good possible plot line down the line. I honestly Yeah, like it's a really small, like there aren't many, there's like less than 10 main characters in the series, and for them to have, it's such a short, like a small kind of area that they're surrounding, to have so much vague questions to have in the beginning of the series really damaged it, 'cause you literally didn't understand like anything that was going on. And like if you, it was a series like
At the beginning, you mean? Or at the
yeah,
beginning?
goth. Yeah, it was like you had this guy who was from New York at the beginning. He didn't understand like anything. Like he completely forgot like how to be how to function in like a city society, but and like the whole idea that he didn't automatically just start spitting out like memories for people to remember Danny Man was absolutely stupid. They didn't have to go through the whole hospital thing at all. It was just really bad writing, and his whole like, oh, is this how you use stuff? I'm like, wait, you are a rich boy, like stop. Oh, Dosa dropped.
Yeah.
Hopefully he'll be back. But
You couldn't take your slander on the Iron Lit.
city.
Was that Echo Adosa, or is it like all right? It was like a really bad.
I can hear it, so
I think it's
it's
Nuna.
probably Nuna.
Is it?
Yeah. Can you mute yourself for a second?
Yeah.
My first impression of it was I agree with you about the hospital thing. Like I really didn't. That seems like unnecessary looking back. That whole subplot with the hospital thing. It was really kind of like why.
It was cool, but it was like
It wasn't cool. It wasn't cool. But other than that, I'm vaguely familiar with Iron Fist. Like I've seen him. I have kind of like a vague idea. Like he's like a Ninja Turtle kung fu like guy or something, superhero. He's a kung fu superhero. Is what I know about him and what he looks like. My first impression of this was like going in expecting it to be trash from all the reviews, and I didn't hate it at all in the beginning. Like I thought the first episode was okay. Third episode with the hospital stuff was like rough to get through, but I actually liked the Meechins or whatever. I thought they kept it like simple and fast paced enough that it was as interesting as the superhero stuff. Cause like my basic impression of this is that it's kind of like it felt kind of like a worse version of Arrow season 1, where like they keep flashing back and you find out piece by piece like what happened to him, and he was like this rich kid who's like coming back to this rich family, but he's been like deserted and thought to be dead for such a long time, and like and ingratiate himself back into like his family and like all the people he used to know, but they have their own drama going on, and it's kind of like a soap opera superhero thing, and it's kind of mixing this like superhero story with like a soap opera of these like rich people at the same time. And I mean, I didn't expect much, and it was like okay, simple and kind of like just fun and silly. That I kind of like enjoyed it for what it was, at least at the beginning. I'm not a huge fan of the main character. I liked Colleen a lot and all those characters surrounding them. Like I like the Ward and his sister Joy and all those guys. Like they were okay. So they kind of I thought the supporting cast was like decent, and they kept it interesting enough for me to like want to see what was gonna happen next, at least somewhat.
Who was everyone's favorite character?
I hated the fight scenes though. I hated the action scenes. So they got better as they went on, but they were really every time Danny threw a punch, it feels like someone who's never actually thrown a punch. Like it was so lazy and light, and there was no force behind it. Like I feel like they should have added a special effect noise or something, because it just felt really underwhelming for a show that's about a kung fu superhero. It just didn't feel like flashy enough. But that was my first impression. But
Was Colleen your favorite character?
Yeah, I like Colleen and Davos. Colleen definitely the best. I didn't like some of the stuff with her in the second half of the series. Who did you like, Adosa?
I'm not. A lot of people like Colleen. Colleen's one of my favorites, but honestly, my favorite is probably Ward.
Yeah.
Especially in the beginning. especially in the beginning with his daddy issues. I thought that was one of the most interesting parts. I mean, it's funny because in the beginning, it feels like Ward. Besides, I mean, even though Danny is going through like trying to ingratiate himself back into society, it seems like we're following Ward and his story, and he almost feels like the protagonist in the story, especially in the first 4 episodes, because we follow him a lot, and like you see him literally start to break down and start to go crazy, especially after he kills his dad. And I forget the actor's name, but I think he did a really good job portraying that. And I just think Ward's story was really interesting, and the kind of like his fall and then rise back up towards the end of the season.
Yeah, I thought I thought that he was like they were creating like a Norman Osborn parallel with him where he was gonna be like the villain or something.
Yeah.
But his kind of arc was it was surprising. Who was your favorite character in there?
I really liked Colleen, but I still think her character could have used work. Like the actress did a great job portraying her, but I feel like they didn't give her enough time. Like they were so focused on the Meat Jones. I feel like if any of that time could have gone to Colleen, she would have just been that much of a better character. And I liked Colleen and Ward and Davos. Great. Favorite.
Which episodes do you think were the strongest? And which ones do you think were the weakest, and why?
I didn't say my favorite character.
Oh, wait, who's your favorite character, Mariah?
I agree with the Dosa. Mine's also Ward.
Really?
Yeah, I knew you were gonna be
Really?
surprised. Yeah,
Really?
Word was my favorite
Oh.
storyline to follow. I really just like
Really?
I think the main plot line was dull comparison.
What did you like so much about Ward?
His yeah, like you said, the direction that his character ended up going on.
Then I'm gonna have to mute you until like you're talking.
Nuna?
Yeah, just like unmute yourself.
Yeah.
when you say
I'll
something.
just mute myself.
Yeah, like his character seemed like really generic at first, so I didn't like him in the beginning.
Yeah.
But the more the series went on, and when you started being like sympathetic for him, that he was just kind of like his dad's puppet, and he wasn't
With
really.
the drug addiction and stuff.
Yeah, like at first when
It's like
he
that.
warned
George?
Danny that the only person who cares about it is himself. I was like, why would you do that? I felt like he was more like a villain, kind of like he felt like a Bakugo. I don't know if it's gonna understand, but he felt like that kind of
edgy.
character.
He was very
He was
edgy.
like, very edgy, and he was like he was gonna be like an antagonist almost, or always trying to go against Danny. But then he had at the end he ended up being completely independent to Danny, and he wasn't always in Danny's way. He
sort of went in the opposite direction, right? Like she was kind of
she became. So I liked how
more dependent on the dad, I guess.
yeah,
towards
I liked how it played out. I don't think Colleen was
he was a surprising like ally. Yeah, he was a surprising ally to like Danny Rand. Like as it went on, like Ward, because he was really set up to be like the bad guy, and then he ended up being like.
Yeah, definitely. He changes the most.
I liked him. I liked his Colleen the most, probably. I don't think Colleen was. I think Nuna said Colleen didn't get enough screen time. She got enough screen time. I don't think her character was like as perfect as you guys think. I didn't like hate her or anything, but yeah,
she was pretty perfect.
Colleen, the Colleen hype.
Colleen hype train.
Yo, was she
overrated.
Lit.
Well, she was in.
Didn't remember her name until Wesley told me. Like 7 episodes in, I still did not know.
Hey man,
Get out of here.
I just call her the greatest
everyone
character.
else's
Like,
I knew everyone else's name.
You don't need to know her name. She's floating above the rest of them. Hey man.
Yeah,
enlightened beings just are. They don't need names like common humans.
Nah. The Danny Rand show? Iron
Yeah,
Fist?
but which episodes did you like best, Adosa? Which ones did you like?
My favorite
Like batch of episodes, I guess, or period in the show.
my favorite period show is the beginning, and it's because of Ward. It's because of Ward that I like the first half, like the first 6 episodes, the most. My least favorite is like the last 3 episodes.
Really?
I just think, for a couple reasons. I don't like the Colleen twist where she's a part of the hand.
Yeah, I wasn't.
Yeah,
I
that
feel
was
like
like, it's also generic. It was like,
I feel like it
Yeah,
just I was expecting her to be something completely different. I was expecting her to be
a different like tribe or
like a
something.
different, yeah. But I feel like
Yeah, I thought she was gonna be
it shrunk the universe by making her part of hand.
Yeah, I told you
Like,
it's a
Yeah.
small universe.
yeah.
Like
Yeah,
not big.
Nuna, if you're talking, just like unmute yourself. Nuna. But yeah, I don't know. I thought it was surprising, but it felt like a little plot holy with the way it was like set up, and the fact that like there were no like, I mean, the fact that they could exist at the same time and not know that, and that she was pretending to have no idea who he
Yeah,
was this entire time, and they casually met on the street like that. It was just a little bit like.
She also was like, "What?
Like,
What the hand? What?" Like she was like trying to take it all in.
Yeah,
like,
working backwards from that plot twist, it kind of didn't make total sense. Like it was a little weird.
It wasn't. It was just like they threw it in because there was no way like she wouldn't have been as like skeptical or not believing him. Like she would have been more prone to the idea. She was so reluctant at first. And can we talk about how the second he said, "Huh"?
I like the plot twist of like her I like the conflict in the story of her like having to choose between Danny and the hand. Like that was a good her like I mentioned to Adosa, like, it was no, the idea of it is good, like her having this parallel with Danny, because like toward the end in the second half, like it had like this parallel where like Danny was raised a certain way to be the Iron Hand, and then he was questioning like if that was the right way to be, like what he wanted to do, like what he was taught, and then she was raised with a hand, and then she started questioning if that was like everything she taught was the right way to do things. So like they both had that conflict about the way they were raised and what they actually, the person they wanted to be. Interesting conflict, but the way it played out was a little bit.
I just think that Marvel is such a large universe. I mean, oh my gosh, she could have been something. You can get that same dynamic without forcing her to be the hand.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many other organizations. There's so many other characters that she could have been.
What do you think, Nuna?
Okay, the second Bakuto came into the show, like even before like he was the big bad, I kind of suspected she would be in the hand, because like it was just very obvious, and Bakuto is a comic book character, blah blah blah. But I okay, in the comic.
Wait, is he in the comic?
Yeah. But
does he have like a costume and stuff?
No, but I don't remember that much about him, but I knew he was like gonna be the bad guy, and but like in the comics, Colleen's dad is like a professor or whatever, and he tells her all about the Iron Fist, and she's supposed to help Danny Rand, like in the comics, not like make him join the hand, but she's supposed to help the Iron Fist, but that's not what happens at all, and it was like. My favorite episodes were probably like the last 3. No, last 2.
for the action sequences, Princess, or just the finale?
You can stop calling me Princess. It's whatever.
Okay.
But like, okay, the action sequences, Colleen's weren't perfect either, but I feel like they were better than Iron Fist.
Yeah, I did too.
Really
I feel like everyone.
Like a Danny Rand show. Like I understand where they were trying to go with like the whole like dual identity thing, but after a while, it just kind of seemed like, okay, what now? Like, but I really liked how Davos came in. I thought like he was low-key right. And
Yeah,
it's
I
just
agree with that.
it's just like the plot just like felt so dragged and lackluster. Like I was going to Iron Fist expecting a show about like a superhero who knows kung fu, even if he was having internal struggles. But what I got was this like crime drama kind of thing with like the whole like there was so much focus on the company. And don't get me wrong, I love Ward, and I think he had a really good character, whatever. But it really did like it
Too
didn't.
much.
It just it didn't feel
Dragged
like
it
it was
down.
Iron Fist. It literally felt like the Danny Rand show.
I told you, it's Danny
Yeah,
Rand. No,
yeah,
to everyone who doesn't know, I only call the show Danny Rand. I don't call it Iron Fist because
Yeah,
he's not the Iron
sure.
Fist, he's Danny Rand.
Yeah, and
Sure. And
like
It didn't feel like a superhero show at all, by the way. It just felt like he had this one guy with superhero
Right.
power.
I
Kind
don't.
Nuna, can you
Yeah, I'll make myself.
like okay, just when you're not talking.
Okay, I'm finished talking.
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's my biggest go
it's
ahead.
definitely the biggest critic. It's like even like I haven't watched that many superhero shows, but I've seen like the beginning of like Supergirl, and I've seen like parts of Gotham, and all of them still gave me like superhero like vibes, even though they like made it modernized. And this one just feels like they just slapped the superhero label on it, so people would be baited to watch it. It
No,
really
I mean I think all the Netflix shows try to like be more of like a drama soap opera show with like a superhero thing like
they didn't like
in the
mix it
peripheral.
well. Like usually it was either too businessy or too kung fu-y. Like, it was like never like a I think the beginning of the drug deal was probably when they had the perfect mix in which when he was going to like the sites and then going back to this, then going back to the sites. But it was like it was only like this really small moment in the series. Like, see, he already forgot about it towards the end. Like, he doesn't even realize he got kicked off until like 5 episodes later. It's like, I mean, like 3 or 4 episodes later. Like, it's like really, it's like there. I just wanted them to like mix them more if they were going to try to do that. But it seemed like I don't know.
Yeah, but oh yeah, I wanted to say what?
Go ahead.
Go ahead. All right. Yeah, I wanted to say I like Colleen because like there are a lot of ever since like Luke Cage and came out, like I've noticed the casting and stuff like that in these shows, like it's been like a big deal. And I remember I have a friend who really likes Iron Fist, and there was a lot of controversy that they didn't like make him Asian or something, the main character, and there were a lot of like minor Asian characters in the show.
How would he be Asian? He's
Wait,
from New York.
Iron Fist? Well, there's Asian people in New York, but
I know,
but
it's,
I think he in the comics he's like half Asian or something. But the thing is, I think Iron Fist is like from the 70s, and I think it's steeped in that like this like over the top kind of like prejudice. Like I like kung fu, sort of like Hong Kong Fu, sort of like slightly offensive now.
That's
not
what
today's
it's
kind of
based
kung
in.
fu.
That's what it's based
Yeah,
in.
it's really kind of offensive if you
yeah.
look at the idea of it and the original comics and stuff.
Yeah.
So a lot of people wanted them to balance that out by just making the protagonist Asian, so it would be less, I guess, culturally. But I don't have a problem with the casting. But when I first saw Colleen, I thought for sure she might be like that exotic like Asian trophy girlfriend. So I was like really relieved when she wasn't, that she had so much of an arc. And that's why I think she was focused on so much to like counter that, to try and make her like a strong 3-dimensional character instead of just like a fetish character or something, or like too 1-dimensional. Yeah. So I like the way she was handled. Yeah, I was afraid that might happen because.
But you sounds like you only like her because you had low expectations for her. But I didn't have.
That's why I like the whole show. So.
I didn't have low expectations. I actually did have low expectations for the show because everywhere on AWAM I just saw bad reviews. Besides like Dean's, but I agreed with most. I didn't read any of the critique, but those numbers weren't lying. I mean, I do think after I think episode 5, it starts getting bearable to watch. The first 4 episodes were garbage. Garbo,
I think
Mendoza,
yeah.
you were on. Episode 5 is when I could start like watching it while I was eating, and it was good.
I think the first. I think I don't know, but the last
Leslie talk.
I was. Oh my god!
Yeah, no.
You
If
just
you have to say
addressed.
something.
You just addressed me. I can't
Go
respond.
No,
ahead.
no.
I think the first episode was good enough. If I saw the second episode and I wasn't planning to watch the whole thing, I might have dropped it when he was in the hospital because that part was the part that kind of dragged in the beginning to me. But other than that, I thought it was fun and easy to marathon. I thought it was like it wasn't the smartest show or the most unique, but it was just fun and simple and like it was just like a live action cartoon. Like not the best cartoon, but it wasn't the worst. It wasn't boring to me. It was just
Yeah, after episode 5, it was smooth sailing, but it was for me. I think it was 4 episodes in.
I do think it improved. Everything about the show improved as it went along.
I think
Like the acting and the story. I think it got better as it went
when
along.
they found the drug dealer is when I finally was like, this is all right. When they went in the whole car scene, when him and Colleen, or that whole truck thing, I think that was the scene when the show was more stably better. But before that, I really didn't. I wasn't feeling it.
Yeah. All the characters pretty much developed somewhat too.
Yeah,
so.
even like I like how Danny started being more fuck you, everyone. I was like, yay.
More emo, more word-like, edgy.
Yeah.
He even wore the little Arrow hoodie. He wore the Arrow hoodie just like Arrow. He was all dark and he was just like,
Did you see him wear Luke Cage's shirt after?
Yeah.
But can I say something about the casting? Sorry, I've been waiting to speak.
Go ahead.
Okay, so first of all, I don't understand why everybody has a problem with Danny Rand being white because he is originally white, and I'm all about like Asian people being in movies. You know?
Fun fact,
Yeah.
For the viewers.
But I think it would have been like a cop out just to make an Asian actor
Yeah.
But at the same time, there was this one guy that auditioned who I think would have been way better fit as like not because he was Asian, but just because he didn't look like he was starving himself like Iron Fist. He just looked really unprepared.
I saw the photo you shared.
Like he just first of all, he did not look like somebody who had been training for 15 years, and second of all, it was just awkward watching him sit there in like a squatting position doing like trying to do kung fu things. It looks really awkward.
Yeah.
And okay, I don't want to say I feel like it's wrong to say she was my favorite character, but then again that's kind of redundant. Whatever. But Claire Temple, every time she was on screen, there was everything that was happening. Like she was such a good character. But she'd already been like developed in previous shows before, so I didn't like.
Night Nurse? Is that Night Nurse?
Yeah, Claire Temple.
Rosario. Yeah, she was really good too.
She was really, really good. And I hated the plot with Ward's dad. That was really annoying. It was fine until Joy got involved and she was just like being a big crybaby. And I understand where she was coming from. I completely do. But this is a show. Not everything has to be realistic.
What?
I love Ward.
I was surprised. I was surprised that I understood who like Night Nurse was without ever seeing any of the other shows that she was in. Like it was pretty clear.
Oh, she's so good. She's good in everything she appears in.
They started listing shows. She was like when she was like Daredevil, Luke Cage, now Iron Fist, Skillet, and all of them down. I was like, damn. Advertisement.
What did you guys think of the villains in the show?
Who's considered
silent? I guess that answers the question.
Who's considered a villain?
The hand, the old lady, the dad.
Makuto was too open. It was like too generically sketchy. Like the second the old lady was like, "Go away," I was like, "Good night."
Because it's a cult.
Yeah. The second he walked in during the whole truth serum scene,
I like Daryl or whatever. No. I like Colleen's student, the black kid who I like they had like that they built that dynamic.
Have you ever seen How to Get Away with Murder?
Why?
He reminds me of that one scene out there. I don't know if that's actually him, but he definitely.
I like that Davos had to break his leg when they were escaping. That poor kid. That poor kid.
That one
This
like
is the right thing to do. Yeah, it's like, oh, I'm trying to do something with my life. Nah, your Christian's broken now. It was really funny. He did seem like he changed sides way too quickly for considering Colleen brought him into that group, and then he was just kind of like completely devoted after like a day. But
Nah, it's been a lot. It's been a while since
yeah, I didn't
he
get
left the series.
I didn't get how they were supposed to be the good part of the hand when everything we saw them do after they were introduced. Once it was revealed that they were the hand,
Everything was
everything
sketchy.
they did was sketchy. Everything they did was like evil and manipulative and like assassinating people. Like, how could you pretend to be the like positive in that situation when they were just murdering people who mess with them?
Yeah,
And they were
the
students
hand
to
plot
murder
twist was
them.
meh. It was meh.
What did you think of the villains? Edosa.
Raheem.
What did you think of the villain's princess?
I thought, whoa.
Okay.
You guys-
I thought you couldn't talk. Yeah,
He can go.
ahead.
I thought Madame Gao was probably
How is her name? God.
who?
Nothing. Go.
Oh, I think first I'll start with Madame Gao because she's like the first antagonist. I thought she was so underwhelming compared to what we've seen. I mean, I don't think Mariah and Wesley have seen Daredevil. I think you have done that. But compared to how the hand is in Daredevil, it is like so different. It's like they got the hand B team or something. I don't know what's
Wait.
happened.
The hand is in different universes.
No, I'm talking about in It's in the hand
The
is
shows.
as a part of Daredevil too.
It
It's the
is.
attack. Yeah.
What? I'm uneducated for all you viewers.
But
I'm a bad.
But for some reason, Madame Gao is like hanging out with these like retired like army vets or something. Like I don't know. It just seemed like so underwhelming. And we see that Madame Gao can use telekinesis, and she never uses it ever
Again?
again.
Yeah, that bothered
Just
me.
that one time.
She's like
And
tied up.
and she's like really strong, but like she never uses any of her strength. And I know she plays mind games, but once you show that, the viewer is automatically like anticipating like, okay, this is what this villain is capable of. And then she just gets captured in such an easy way. It was just as important.
Yeah, the threat of her really like petered out.
Yeah,
as the longer
and
she
I
was
don't know what was except for the drunken guy that showed up. He's dope.
Yo!
And when Danny
Gara and
had
Rock
to
Lee
go,
combined.
yeah, and when Danny had to go through the tournament of fighting those
That was boring
people to get his daughter back. Except other than those guys, I don't know what happened to the hand. Like in Daredevil, it's like really skilled ninja, and it's not just like fodder ninja too. Those ninja are actually really good, and they give.
You thought the fighting scenes were subpar, Adosa?
Yeah.
Good night.
Okay, so about the hand, I have a theory. So you know how Gao's like, oh, I knew I've been to Kunlun before, and okay, do you guys know anything about the immortal weapons?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, the immortal weapons are like previous Iron Fist. Anyway, I think the leader of the current hand is one of the previous Iron Fists, and Madame Gao is friends with them. Sorry, and I can't remember. Okay, for those of you who don't know, Elektra shows up in Daredevil, and Elektra is a part of the hand. She's a weapon of the hand.
Is she really?
So I did think, yes, and I thought it was so underwhelming. But at the same time, I love Gao just because it's Gao, and it's just like an old, wrinkly, tiny lady, just like messing with people's mind. I thought that was really funny.
And the thing is, Gal is really good, and she's really strong, but she's just nerfed.
She did seem really like.
She seemed watered down, despite me not knowing where she's from.
I thought she was hiding a power that she had, and like it was gonna be revealed later on or something, or she was gonna break out, or like once they rescued her, she was gonna
and things
show off a little bit, but it just never came. Like it just seemed like she was a week old lady.
And then thanks for bringing up Elektra, because I was expecting her to show up because she is literally another asset to the hand. It's like they gave Iron Fist the B team. Like why?
It's a budget. It's on a budget, I guess. They couldn't afford
Next time
who
they
plays
will.
Elektra?
The second most popular Netflix
something.
series. So
Go ahead. What were you gonna say?
Her name's something Young. That's Elode or something Young plays Electra. She's really good
Okay.
actress. And I think the reason Iron Fist, everyone on Iron Fist, like the fight scenes were subpar was because they had no time to prep. Because Daredevil, they'd
Oh
been
yeah, I
talking
read
about
that.
it for like 2 years before they actually filmed it, and Iron Fist was like, okay, we're gonna film this. You're casted. The fight scenes were so boring. I like that one scene where they were like going up, like one of the first hallway fights, and they were filming it from the top because I didn't have to look at Danny like squat.
Yeah, the squatting bothered me too. Like whenever he was like meditating and stuff, and like all the stances, they just felt like unnatural and like awkward.
forced, yeah.
Yeah, it felt really awkward. But the thing is, the other people who were in every fight scene just felt better. Like Davos fought and moved around like I would think the Iron Fist should move. Like he fought like someone who had been trained to fight like that. But Danny Rand didn't.
But I
But
want to can I
there were
touch on
certain
that?
scenes that were good.
Iron
Yeah.
Fist.
I want real quick. I think one of the reasons why it didn't work is the way they portrayed Danny in the show, because he's so serious, and he gets more serious as the show goes on, but the concept of Iron Fist.
It's goofy. It's like kind of silly.
He's gone.
No boy. I think that's what he's gonna say. It's goofy. It's silly. And the way he fought, it looked like a joke, kind of like it was so.
Can we just flash back to Game of Thrones holding the door, protecting him?
I don't know what you're referencing, but
It's a Game of Thrones.
I know the
Hold the
reference,
door.
but the door.
The fact that he has to guard pretty much
Oh.
the whole Iron Fist jobs to guard.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, I thought you were talking about when he punched the door because he was gonna punch the old lady. He should have really punched that old lady. but no, I thought the good fight scenes were like the drunken master one. I knew as soon as I saw the guy drinking the jug, he was gonna like fight like that.
Yeah.
And I like the sword fight with Colleen and the other girl that like the other ninja girl from the hand that like knew how to fight with swords.
Colleen seems pretty good of a fighter. I don't know.
Yeah. She seemed like she.
Which was
Yeah.
bad because he should have been the best fighter out there, and he wasn't. That was the problem.
Yeah. I feel like they should have added sound effects or something like to at least give you the illusion that everything he was doing was like more powerful than the normal people because he was fighting on par with like every other fodder stuntman background guy, like even worse a little bit. So it just didn't feel natural that he'd be beating all of them up because it's just awkward doing it. And it didn't feel like his punches had any sort of power. Or he was doing any sort of flips that they couldn't do. Like he just seemed like a guy in the background of a fight scene. But he was like supposed to be special and more powerful, so it was a little awkward. Like as it went on, there were some decent fight scenes. It was all right. It wasn't trash to me. It was enjoyable. The middle part was a little sketchy at times, but
yeah, I think the fight scenes improved by the end. Like
yeah.
Iron Fist, it still wasn't like anything compared to Daredevil or anything, but I think it has slowly been getting better. Hopefully, season 2 is better. Like the fight
Yeah.
scenes. I just didn't.
Do you?
Yeah.
I wanted to say to Edos and Nuna, since you are familiar with the comics and stuff, and like I guess you like superheroes and all that, and you watch all the other shows, is it common for them not to wear like the costume from the series? And did you want to see them wear the costume a lot? Did it bother you?
Okay.
The way it handled it more like a street level sort of like thing.
I'll let you go first now.
Okay.
Good night.
Okay. The suit. Every time Daredevil was already wearing his suit, it's already hype, awesome. Luke Cage, it's kind of weird because he was wearing the Power Man thing. Never mind, spoilers. But like, I don't. It's and there was a scene with like Jessica Jones and her costume, and the Danny's were nowhere near. It's not like the worst thing to not.
He had the tattoo at one point on his chest.
Like, believe it or not, like Daredevil and like Jessica Jones, they're really street level shows. Like, there's big stuff obviously, but a lot of the stuff they deal with is just cute level, but it works because they are superheroes and it's not like a dragged out like a crime drama. It is, but but I don't know. I feel like the way the plot was just blockbuster and it just felt everywhere, and it's honestly with no interest. I did not see anything about her costume, which is kind of disappointing, honestly, because I would need to watch Iron Fist after he was done contemplating whether he wanted to be or not. After he
You didn't like the inner turmoil, like
no, I
emo
didn't.
stuff. Like you didn't like the Spider-Man 3 Iron Fist, where he's like, do I even want to be Iron Fist? Like, what does this mean? Like, you didn't like all that. You just wanted him to be like the superhero already.
It was really annoying. I get it. It happens, but it's annoying. Keep it out.
Yeah.
And the hospital scene still makes me mad, bro. Still makes me mad. But what
I did feel like they were trying to do a Mr. Robot thing, right?
yeah, it really did. And it's just like, why can't you? I just muted myself. It was like, why can't you do a superhero show without trying to be something else?
Well, they're trying to, like I said to Adosa, they're trying to Dark Knight everything. So like I think it's doesn't turn people
More
off who don't like
realistic.
it. Yeah, they're trying to make it
More
grittier,
realistic.
and like more grounded, so people don't feel like it's too goofy or too childish for them to get into.
I don't know. Like did you like the endings, like the ending episodes? Because to me, that's what felt like. That's what the whole show should have been. It should have been much
The very end, or like the last 2 or 3.
like the last 2 or 3 episodes.
Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I feel like like the first almost like 8-9 episodes.
Yeah.
I feel like that should have been handled at least a few episodes shorter. Like
I don't feel like it was trying to be Iron Fist though. I feel like it was trying to be Arrow. You know what I mean? It was trying really hard to be Arrow.
I think the show would have been much better if the way the story was set up. They didn't spend so much time in between that time. Instead, like it was kind of a little bit.
So the pacing was like the biggest issue to you. Like you felt like it should have.
Yeah, and if what Britt wrote towards the end, like for the show, was towards the middle or the middle end, I think it would have been much better.
Okay.
Sorry, I interrupted.
By the way, Doser, your mic is muted.
All right. So what would you have done differently, or what do you think they should focus on for the next season, since they're obviously doing the next season, Mariah?
Me? Okay.
I would wish that Ward gets more limelight. Danny Rand become a better fighter. Possibly the Iron Fist. I don't know. I think it was.
Are you going to watch the next season now that you've seen like almost all of it, pretty much?
If I am reminded.
Okay.
Would I go out of my way to see it? No. But if I literally was in one of those show holes after you like finish a good series and you need somebody else to watch, like then yeah, probably. Definitely not out of my way. Not like, oh boy,
yeah,
Danny Rand's on.
Danny Rand. I don't know. I read more comics than watch the Netflix shows, but like for some reason, this got me interested in watching the other Netflix shows. Out of all of them, out of Daredevil, I tried Daredevil, I tried Jessica Jones, and I just started watching Luke Cage, which is actually pretty good. But
maybe you like Arrow.
It inspired you?
Yeah. You said maybe because I like Arrow. Yeah, I did like Arrow, so maybe that's why. I don't know, something about like I liked it because my problem with Daredevil, like I told Adosa, I only saw the first episode, but it took itself so seriously, and I don't take the concept of Daredevil seriously, so it's hard for me to like enjoy it. But it's already kind of silly, so the fact that it's not super artsy and super cerebral and like it's not this brilliantly written thing or trying to be, it's just trying to be a goofy action show that's like a little bit, it's not completely brainless. Like I kind of just can enjoy that and like I can forgive more flaws easier, I guess, and just enjoy it for what it is. Just simple and goofy, and it was better than I expected it to be. Like all the characters had decent development, solid characterization. The main character was the only one I had like was kind of shaky and not as charismatic or likable. I think with a different actor, I mean, even though this dude's like handsome or whatever, and he has like a facial hair or whatever, Like Luke Cage, I think would have been considered almost as bad from what I've seen of Luke Cage if the acting wasn't as good in Luke Cage. I feel like if they had a better protagonist acting in Iron Fist, like people wouldn't bash it as much. Maybe.
I think it was the action scenes, not the acting. The acting was alright. The
Yeah,
acting
yeah.
was
Action scenes were
terrible.
terrible, but
I
I was
do.
on my phone. I was on my
Yeah,
phone
I
every
think they
time
were.
one came on.
To me, the action scenes were the worst part of the show, easily.
And the music, bro. Where was the
Yeah. Oh my god. Oh my god. Except for that one Run the Jewels thing when Colleen was fighting in the tournament, like every song was like, "Why are they playing this? This is so
Oh, that
awkward."
like the ancient like
Yeah.
dun 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 dun.
No,
I was like,
no.
okay.
Wait, no, yeah, just
The
no. They
theme?
played a bunch of random rap songs like while they were working out, and
Oh yeah,
it was just kind of awkward and weird. Like
like
they're
on
trying,
the iPod.
yeah, they were trying so hard to be like cool, and like, it's like you're not cool, bro. What? what
I think
I was just
what
gonna ask Adosa what he thought, but never mind.
He probably doesn't know he was muted because you muted him.
No, he was
Because
unmuted.
he was doing that scratchy.
Yeah, he dropped in and came back in though, and he was unmuted. So there it
Yeah,
is.
there he is. Adosa, thoughts. Final thoughts. Eddie.
Hold on.
Yeah, he
Give
can't
me-
talk. Kind of. Say something. Yeah, we can't hear him. All right, so what were you gonna say, Princess?
like wait, the was it about the music?
Yeah, we're saying
Okay.
the music's bad.
Because of the music, I kind of really wanted like Luke Cage that wasn't gonna happen because that was the end of Luke Cage, but like or Daredevil or Jessica Jones to just come up and like slap Danny once, really hard. Like, showed that more. That's what he needed. Wait, he didn't need to go back to Kunlun. He needs to get slapped.
Oh boy. Hey man.
Sorry, I'm like really distracted because I'm trying to do these gesture drawings that are like really fast, and it's like picture changing every 20 seconds, like 2 minutes, and I'm trying.
Man,
Do do 1 minute ones for 10 minutes, and then start doing 10-minute ones for like an hour.
Okay.
All right, I think
well,
Adosa's fine now.
I'll finish it and I'll do that. Thanks.
No problem.
Can you talk now, Adosa? Or?
You guys hear me?
Yeah.
Possibly.
Okay. I think my biggest takeaway from this series, it was fine. Okay. 9 out of 10.
10 out of 10?
But my biggest takeaway from this
Oh.
series,
Did you say
is
10?
it was like a 7. I said it was like a 7 out of 10.
Yeah. I think it's like a 7 too.
From the series. But this stuff for Marvel, especially knowing that this is building
Ooh,
up towards vendors.
Is he breaking up or am I breaking up?
he's breaking up a lot.
Okay.
Devil, we already have Luke Cage. Yep.
Ooh,
I can't understand him.
Mr. Robot himself.
The next series, which you mean?
I know what he's saying. Though. He told me it's because he's saying that they have all these characters building up to the Defender series, and they're all like so dark and glowering and gloomy.
Wait, can you guys hear me better?
Iron Fist are, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. The problem is that this is building up towards the Defenders. That's what all this is about. Daredevil
What
is
is
this dark.
the Defenders?
It's like the Avengers
It's like a street level
Netflix
Avengers. Yeah.
It's
Daredevil.
a team superhero show.
Yeah, it's basically Daredevil
Yeah.
is as dark and brooding as it gets. He's basically Batman, but in red.
Does that mean Daredevil is your favorite?
Luke Cage is a tortured character in a lot of aspects.
Because he has to
And
sleep all the time.
And Danny Rand is
Where
White boy.
Where my girl Jessica at though?
Yeah.
and Jessica is
She's
oh
super
my
tortured.
gosh,
She's a drug
she's
addict.
super tortured. So it's like everybody has a frown on their face when they're walking toward in the streets, and I'm worried because I don't mind. I don't mind that being a character's trait, but if you're making a group team up show, characters have to be different. There has to be different dynamics. And Danny Rand in the comics, at least the ones that I've read that he's a really goofy, fun kung fu fighting character. Like when he comes onto the scene, it gets a lot more exciting because he's really interesting. He's really fun. He's like out there. And I thought it was a missed opportunity for Marvel to have fun with this series. Like make this like weird, crazy, like throwback to old school kung fu movies. Like this could have been like way out there. He could have been a really fun character. He could have added an interesting dynamic into the Defenders. He could have been like one of the wild cards within the
One of
group.
those like Spider-Man. He's
Yeah,
always like,
yeah. And I thought that was really a missed opportunity. And I don't know why they went with the easy
He
way of
started off
making
being
everything.
like
he started off
Yeah,
like
and he
that.
started. Yeah,
childlike. He wasn't
yeah,
wisecracking, but he had that weird childlike personality for some reason.
yeah.
Why is dressing like a hobo weird? Even though I was a rich child at one point in my life.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody who wants to know, like, okay, everybody should watch like an episode of Ultimate Spider-Man because there's an Iron Fist in there, and I feel like he was way better than the one in this Netflix series. Well, this is more true to the comics. It's amazing, and I was really annoyed because like Luke Cage has like the villains in Luke Cage is really like almost political, and Daredevil is like Daredevil, and Jessica Jones like the villain is super personal, but like with Iron Fist it was like the hand, but whatever it just felt so it felt like it wanted to be really white collar, but it wasn't. Like the villains, they wanted the villains to seem like all these. It was just so bad, especially.
You felt like you felt like the villain was too distant from the main characters, or you felt like they didn't mean anything in the story?
No, like not the hand. Yeah, I get it, but the hand was such a small part of it. I know they keep on whining about it. This goes back to the Meachums, and especially Joy. I'm fine with Ward. He can get all the screen time he wants, but Joy, like it was just trying to be so like. Why were they trying to put in all these like white collar criminals with like Joy and her father? And it was just annoying because that was like the least. Okay, we can all think it's good or not, but can we just? It really was one of the least important parts of the whole story.
But
And
it
it's
was
What Joy? Wait,
interesting part.
you saw Joy and her dad?
Yeah,
It's
Joy,
just- it was the most unimportant part, but it was most interesting, which is
No, she's saying to her it wasn't interesting.
yeah, I know.
but
I
yeah,
think she
it
means
was like unimportant, but it was so focused on. That kind of made no sense to me.
I think she's saying it didn't affect Iron Fist like really, like his
what's the
the
point?
main
Yeah.
point of the story, which is like him becoming Iron
They,
Fist or whatever.
they need in every series they need.
I don't understand why it started the way it did, because that was an awkward way to. I mean, it's trying to be Arrow, I guess. Like when they threw him in and you didn't know like what happened to him, and they slowly, gradually tried to like do this creative thing where like you had to figure out like, is he really Iron Fist? Like what happened to him in those missing
his
years?
Iron Fist. The
Yeah.
first
No, it wasn't.
Have-
I don't think that was. What were you gonna say?
Have you guys know? Isn't it weird that we barely see any of Kunlun? What happened in Kunlun? We don't even see Kunlun.
Because
I
they filmed it all in New York City.
Yeah, I thought they were budgeting, so they just couldn't show
Yeah.
it.
But I'm just talking about story wise. I
Yeah.
know all that. I'm just talking about story. Like we don't see it at all. We don't see what we see. The one scene where he's getting beaten by those monks, and we see that scene a bunch of times. Other than that, the plane scene where it actually crashes. Like we don't see what he goes through at all. We don't see any of his training. We don't see any of Kunlun whatsoever. So like, and then and episode 13. Well, I don't want to spoil Mariah, but
It's
what happens
it's a
at the end?
mystery, bro.
What happens at the end of episode 13? But what happens at the end? You don't even care because you don't even see Kunlun.
Kind of. I think it's more to be a mystery though. I don't think it's to create like an
Like, I was
emotional
like-
connection.
I was like, what?
Yeah, I mean, we got to see that nice office building, man. Come on.
Oh my god.
There's only like 5 areas that we explore, so it does.
I thought that one scene was so funny when Joy's walking her dog, and then Ward just comes up to her out of nowhere, Like, how do you not just call her on the phone? Like,
Oh,
why
yeah.
did you like just spring up? Like, it was so weird that
Yeah.
that would never happen in real life. Like, he just chases her down in a taxi, and just jumps out of the taxi and like walks up behind her while she's walking the dog instead of just texting her.
Yeah,
That was
like,
such a- that was
Joy
such a
was on the
weird-
phone, and
Yeah.
the second Danny comes back to New York, she just finds him in the street. He's like,
Yeah,
I knew
it
you'd
was
be here.
awkward.
What?
I knew you'd be
Yeah.
here. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was weird.
It was-
The second she gets off the phone, she sees him, and I just rolling
Yeah.
my eyes, like, oh my
The
god, like,
convenience,
yeah, the polite convenience.
It was
You guys get
awkward.
angry when I used to point out stuff like that.
Who
Say I'm
does?
being too nitpicky. You do.
Usually, but in this point, it was like glaring. That's like a glaring thing. Like, that's so unrealistic. But no, like, I don't understand why they told the story that way, where they didn't just tell us he was the Iron Fist at the beginning, he trained, and then he returned. Because like, it was a mystery why he came back, and did they ever really fully explain it?
No.
Like, he just
No.
kind of
No.
yeah.
Even Davos was like, bro, what the fuck? And then he's
Yeah,
like,
it was such a big part of the story, and it was like,
it's complicated, bro. You need
my,
the
yeah, like, you trained your whole life, and then he abandoned all of Kung Lao or whatever. Like, he abandoned
Kung
all
Lao.
of them. He abandoned the whole like village basically that raised him and saved his life, just to come back and take the building back. And why? And why all of a sudden?
Yeah, it's like, why should we care?
Because he's supposed to be guarding the gateway to that place, and he just
Yeah.
left. Yeah, he just left.
I don't
And
even
I
mind that
get
he
it,
left.
the whole
but we
thing
don't
about
even know
in
why.
danger.
thing, but he's so irresponsible. If he knew he was gonna do that, he shouldn't have taken the position that required him to stay in one fucking place. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah, there's definitely issues with Danny Rand's character. Like, he just, why
I
did he
told
do
you,
that? It
name the
doesn't feel like he had-
review Iron Fist, aka the Danny Rand show.
It doesn't
Well,
feel
I
like he
will
had a
say-
good reason.
Well, I will say, the only thing I do like about Danny Rand and his character,
Uh-uh.
His Jufro,
and one is amazing Jufro.
his nice
Uh,
Vans, and khaki.
But on a serious note, what I do like about it, what they were trying to do, is like this internal conflict of what he's supposed to do, what he's expected to do, what his destiny is, what he's learned, juxtaposed to what he's finding out, what he wants to do as Iron Fist,
I mean, he gave it
opposed
off.
to what he's supposed to do.
He gave
Well,
off
I
that
like how-
capacity really quickly to say it the same.
Yeah, I like that he was battling,
Hey man,
and I
it's
like
Baleen.
how
But
I like that he was battling. With
yeah,
that.
I did too. I
throughout
thought
the
that's an
series.
interesting
And I
conflict.
think Davos even pushed it even more to question it. So I like that part, but that was the only part I did enjoy.
Yeah.
Somebody get this man an Iron Fist suit, please.
I
Uh,
don't know.
geez, if I see Danny Rand's face one more time,
Does Arrow
I'm
ever
gonna
wear
lose
the
it.
green Arrow suit though? In Arrow,
yeah,
he does, and it
yeah.
looks like the comic with the little Peter Pan thing.
No,
and stuff?
it's not as like
Oh.
Peter Pan-y. It's
Yeah.
like it's a darker version of that.
Is it all black or something?
No, it's not. It's green. It's green. It's just like a.
It's green.
Yeah.
Yo, what season does he wear it in?
He gets. Wait, what season are you on? I'm surprised he hasn't worn it yet.
Like 2.
Oh, I haven't watched Arrow in so long. I have to go back and check. Maybe he
Good
starts
night.
in season 3. I could have sworn he starts in season 1 though. At that, like towards the end of season
Maybe he
1.
does. I haven't watched it in a long time either. But most of the time he's not wearing it. It's just like, I don't know. Well, so did you answer what you wanted to see more of, Mariah? Or
Yeah, I
Okay.
said more. I said more word.
did the princess say what she wanted to see?
The princess.
I think she. Oh,
I want to see better trained fighters,
Good night.
and I want to see Iron Fist.
like in
Yeah.
the costume. Okay.
Yes, I just want the next season to be more put together and I want the writers to put more thought into this, because okay, even if it's just they just need to do something about it. It was just but okay. I did like Iron Fist though. I'm like that. I'm talking about all the negatives, but
Yeah.
I liked it. I thought it was like a 7 out of 10.
Yeah,
They
we've
just
been
Yeah,
bashing. It seems like we've been
I liked
bashing
it
it.
too. I liked it too. I thought it was fun. It
I'll
didn't.
name some. Another thing I like about uh Iron Fist is that I think that like what Wesley said. Even though I feel like it could have been better for some parts, Daredevil was really taxing on the mind. Uh, Iron Fist, you can tell, is a lot more lighthearted, and they know it, and they don't try and make it more than that. And I appreciated that, and I think it's a light version that I think a lot of people. It's easy to watch. I think you can get a lot of people involved. Nobody's gonna be alienated. It's like a lighthearted,
It's
fun
e-
series to watch.
it's easy to wrap your head around, and I don't feel
Yeah,
like there's nothing unique about it that I've never seen
yeah,
before in a show. But it felt like it wasn't trying to break any molds. Like it was just trying to
right,
be
yeah,
pretty standard and easy to enjoy for like anyone, pretty much,
yeah.
for the better or worse. Whereas like Daredevil was really trying to break ground and do new things. This is just kind of like a standard action show with a superhero in it.
I think coming like after seeing like as somebody who's seen all the previous Marvel shows, I think compared to the others, this really did seem subpar. So I think that's where a lot of my disappointment comes
do you
because
think
like
do you think as its own show though it's bad, or do you like if you don't compare it to anything else?
no, I think it's alright. I think it's average, but I think I can't think of it as its own show because so much of it is just build up for the Defenders,
Okay.
and
Yeah, you can't.
yeah, I can't. Yeah, it's
I
like
give it
7 out of 10.
6.5.
Six
I
point
rewatched.
five on the Mariah scale means you rewatch it though, doesn't it?
No, 7 on the Mariah Scares a
No,
rewatch.
okay.
6.5. That's why it's 6.5 because I wouldn't rewatch it, but it was
All
decent.
right. Where does this fit in the other shows to the people who've seen them comparatively?
You
Like,
just
is this
said.
Fit in.
is this better than? No, I mean, like, is this better than Jessica Jones but worse than Luke Cage? Is it better than Daredevil but worse than?
This is the
Two.
worst thing so far.
I would assume it's the worst one. I've only fully seen Daredevil. I've seen 4 episodes of Jessica Jones. I haven't watched Luke Cage. But I assume it's the worst. I think it's. I even think Arrow's probably better.
Good night.
You said it like Arrow's trash, bro. Come on.
Okay.
Yeah,
Put
he
some
did.
respect on
That's
his
why it's
name.
funny.
Put some respect on
No, I didn't mean to say it like that.
Oliver's
I'm saying Arrow's
name,
worse.
bro.
I assume that Arrow's worse. Arrow's worse than Daredevil, Luke Cage, and
Is
probably
it?
Jessica Jones. Oh yes.
Eh, You're really
But
this Daredevil
it's
hype train needs to
probably
crash.
it's probably
Oh man.
it's probably worse than Arrow too.
It's
I like it more than the Flash.
not Arrow farther up. Sorry, Arrow season 3 is definitely worse than Iron Fist. Okay.
I like it more than the Flash, though. I'll say that. I like it more than the
Yeah, me
Flash.
too.
And I like it more than
Yeah.
Supergirl.
The ones
that's kind of what I was saying. I didn't understand why people hated this so much because people that like the Flash and stuff like that and
Yeah.
all the other Netflix shows, because this doesn't seem like trash compared to those. Even if it's the worst one, it just doesn't feel like it's so far beneath those shows to me. It feels like it's just like maybe the worst one of them, but it's still in the same range. It seemed like to me, at least, from what I've seen.
Think about this. I imagine people just hovering that dislike button.
Yeah,
as you see
I
this.
think I would think people would be unimpressed, but wouldn't hate this show. That's what I would imagine with people who watch. Maybe Daredevil just set the bar too
you
high.
know the world we live in now.
Yeah,
Bro.
maybe
It's
Daredevil
either you
just set
love
the
it or
bar
you hate it.
way too
Don't
high.
if you don't agree with them,
I feel like if
It's
this show
just-
came out first,
it
people
is-
would like it a lot more.
maybe.
I feel like even like okay, even if we ignore the plot and the writing, well, in my opinion, I like Daredevil, but I personally prefer Jessica Jones and Luke Cage. And like I feel like those writings, like you can find tons and tons of flaws in them, but they really had a good like the actors were experienced and the fights were really good. So even if the writing was, which I don't believe it is, but even if it was considered average, I feel like that really brought the show on and like stood up there. But like because Iron Fist lacked so much of it,
No.
like that was one of the like if it's an average show and you put it in with like amazing acting and like
No.
great fights, like that's what it makes it really good. Well, not really, but that
Yeah. You felt like it. You felt like it felt more like polished and professional. The other shows, and this one was more like.
yeah, it's just it felt like an afterthought to the other show.
Okay. Okay. Well, despite all that criticism, I thought it was fun. I would recommend it to people who think they might like it. I would recommend it to people who think they might like it, based on like the previews and stuff and the idea of it. Not to anyone, not to everyone, but if you think it might be something that you don't hate, I would say you probably won't hate it.
I think I would recommend it for people who have seen the other shows previously and who plan on watching Defenders because it was such a big like step to that. But like to regular people, maybe if you're not a fan, but if not, I think it's something you could not watch and still like enjoy your life.
Yeah. It's not a must watch, but
If you want something that you don't have, you're not like. I view these series as like when I have like a lot of like homework starting piling up, something I want to watch on the side, but won't keep me like, oh, I have to watch the next episode, you know. But you still want to kind of go through you want to go through like an episodic series. No,
yeah.
like non
I don't think
episodic.
it's something. I think it's something that you don't have to think too much about, but it'll keep you just interested enough to watch the next episode, like just enough to finish it. But you're not gonna remember it or be like super invested in it, like when it's done.
Yeah. It's like in the moment kind of thing. It's like
it's just like candy.
If this was weekly, you'd forget about it. That's a good question. If this was weekly, do you think you would have held on through this one?
Probably.
No way.
I think. Yeah, exactly.
Maybe halfway.
Really
through.
bad.
I don't know. That's hard. It's hard.
I wouldn't watch a lot of shows if they were
Like
weekly.
compared to animes, like in terms of like how would you recommend it and stuff like that? Not like the story. Well, you can, but
Would we recommend it? Like an anime?
no, I feel like for me this is like Naruto.
It's like what?
Naruto.
Like
What do you think? Is this the Naruto of Netflix shows?
Offended. No, that's rude. That's insulting. That's insulting, Nina.
I'm going to act like you didn't say that.
Yeah, that's insulting, Nina.
I agree with her. What do you mean?
No, that's and the divide.
Perfect metaphor.
5 a.m.
I was literally just thinking that, and then she said it. So I think.
Yeah. For me, Daredevil would be like Full Metal Alchemist.
Oh, no wonder I don't like Daredevil.
Because I think this is
Let's not turn this into a weeb conversation, guys.
I know what you mean. One is more like serious and put together and professional and artistic, and one is just like kind of.
Wait a minute.
Better than Full Metal Alchemist.
Believe it.
Oh wait.
Believe it.
Naruto. Okay, I feel like this is Naruto Shippuden because I feel like Naruto was.
Oh.
Good night.
I'm sorry.
Can't say Bleach. You can't call it Bleach or something.
Yeah, it's more Bleach.
It's like the Bleach. It's the Bleach of the big three.
Yeah, that's true.
I like Iron
Fist. Bleach, not the first arc of Bleach. Not the Soul Society arc. Probably
the Soul Society arc is bad. I don't know what you mean. Very, very bad. Reread it when you're not 8, and it's pretty bad. Pretty awful.
I rewatched it
every 5 seconds. Ooh.
We need to cut the live. Some people about to get hurt. We're not only are we trailing off, we're
this is like Dragon Ball. This is like Dragon Ball Z, right? Dragon Ball Z.
Let's cut the call.
The Buu
Saga is my favorite saga. So you guys
boy.
Exactly. The Buu Saga is this is like the Cell Saga.
The Cell Saga was good too. I'm getting hurt.
It wasn't.
These comparisons.
It's like
I'm gonna walk myself out.
It's like
It's like hit never
How about we stop making comparisons? 'Cause you guys
Black
don't really
Clover.
compare.
Fairy Tale. It's like Fairy Tale.
It's
Oh
like,
my
nah.
god.
It's like, nah.
Fairy Tale is good at the beginning. I don't know.
Can you
It's
stop
like-
being weeb?
No. What is it like then?
This was like gangsta. You had a lot of high expectations, but it was
Yo, good night.
Oh, I dropped
Javier
Gangster
cried
like
somewhere.
I dropped Gangster like episode 1.
this was like JoJo season 3.
No.
Good night.
No.
You need to leave.
No, I guess so. I guess that's not true. 'Cause the characters are pretty
No,
good.
that's not true.
Really good, but the
That's
plot
not true.
was-
Are you saying Danny
I-
Rand isn't as cool as Jotaro is not as cool as Danny Rand? Is that what you're implying? Like, aren't they the same level of coolness?
No, Jotaro is way more fleshed out.
Is he?
Mhm.
I think Danny Rand's fleshed
I'm,
out. He just fleshed.
I'm unfriending all of you. Don't compare Beitaro.
Oh, okay,
You're trash.
Part 1 more like part 1.
maybe
I
part 1.
hate you all.
Set up for the hype part 2, which is the Defenders.
Is the Defenders coming out this year?
Yes.
It is.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. And
Ooh.
isn't season 2 of Iron Fist coming out this year too?
No, what?
It's coming out this year?
I thought so. They're already filming it.
No.
I thought. Okay.
No, there's a year. They're gonna wait a year before.
Oh, is that why they rushed this? Because he just has to be in the Defenders. So okay, that makes sense.
Because the
That's-
Defenders are going against the Hand,
Oh.
and Elektra's gonna be in it.
Mm.
Which director is making the Defenders out of the shows?
I have no clue.
I have to check.
You do that.
No. I hope it's the Daredevil one, right? Because that's the one everybody likes.
It better be.
Daredevil.
I like Daredevil, but it's not my favorite one.
Me neither, no.
Okay.
Good night.
It isn't. It is. It's actually the one I almost like the least. Based on what little I've seen. Based on what
It
little I've seen.
was my least favorite out of Luke Cage and Jessica Jones, but now Iron Fist is my least favorite.
No.
But I think Daredevil's really good. It's not my favorite.
It's just not.
I can understand why people wouldn't like it. I
So
can
far-
definitely understand it.
I can
So far-
understand why people don't have good taste, is what you said.
No. It's
It's not for
taxing,
everyone.
man.
It's
yeah,
a certain
it's
tone.
taxing.
It's a really specific
Yeah,
tone
it's a
to it.
tone. It's
You are-
taxing. It's like imagine a Batman TV show, man. That eventually, man, that
Yeah.
starts wearing on your mind. Like, oh
Yeah.
Jesus.
Gotham?
Gotham.
No, I mean like literally with Batman in it.
I love
And
Gotham.
eventually, you're just like, bro.
I love Gotham. I don't care what anybody says.
Never
'Cause
watched
it's
it.
not about Batman. It's about
I like Gotham Academy, the comics. Which,
I do too.
oh, you read Gotham Academy?
Yes, I have.
Oh wow.
No, I'm not referring to it, but I have read it. But no, I like Gotham because it's not trying to be Batman. It's trying to be Gordon's show, and it is. It's a cop show, and it is. I'm like, it's not a kung fu show. That's for sure.
It
'cause
is.
nobody in the damn show knows
Hey,
kung
man.
fu.
Hey man, everybody does except Iron Fist. Like everybody does. This dude, the way he threw punches, it just felt so. It felt like he was playing around in his bedroom or something in the mirror. Like he just doesn't. Like when you throw a punch,
When he
there's
was,
tension
like,
in the when it connects to the body. There's tension in your body when it connects to something. He didn't have any tension in any punch or kick he threw. It was like he was like flicking things. Like it looked so unnatural. Wait, what?
nothing.
Okay. But all right, I guess we'll end it there. So it's a 7.77 and a 6.5. That's actually high scores for this series.
Yes.
So, all right. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe.
Don't